Okay, so your email to us was that you had gotten a little curious on this lock and took the cover off. So I'm going to attempt to, there is no manual for this whatsoever. So I'm going to remove one that I have here in stock and remove the cover, and let's take a look at it. So what I did was I just removed the screw, and my thumb is covering that plate. I've got pressure on that because I don't want the plate to move out at me. So I'm going to just kind of lessen the amount of pressure on the plate. Nothing's jumped, but I'm going to control it. And I'm going to take my screwdriver and just kind of tip the plate out so I can physically pull it out. Because in this area here where the shutter guard, where my finger is moving, I need to pull that out and towards me. I just heard something move. Okay. So now the piece that you've been asking me, or that you have asked about, is literally right here. And I don't think I'm going to lose it. But that's what it's supposed to look like when you put it back together. You can pause this video if you want to study all of that. I'm going to control all of this mechanism. And the purpose of that arm is that when the cam of the thumb turn gets into that area, it will allow that arm to move up and out of the way to allow the bolt to activate. And I got to keep my finger in there to prevent us from losing all of this. But you can see the operation of that. Okay, that's how that works. Now, I'm going to pull the lifting arm or the locking arm up and see what we're dealing with in that regard. From what I can tell, that piece is not intended to come off in this version of the lock. And obviously in your version of the lock, yeah, that makes sense. So there's a pin that's here. And that pin either permits this assembly to stay captive. I've pulled the entire bolt assembly out, and I'm tempted to say that it does appear to be captive on here, because it looks to me that they've peened or pushed this and flattened this end over, so your version cannot come loose, so to speak, or this version cannot come loose, so to speak. Whereas obviously your version could. So you're going to want to make it look like that. It's just the bottom line. That entire bolt assembly is all one piece. And there is the other spring down here with the thumb turn is what you need to make yours look like. Now I have your photograph here, but really all you need to do, and your photograph will be associated with this video, is to take your loose locking arm bracket and simply place it with the hole over the pin, so your orientation of your photograph looks like this. So make your locking bracket just look like this orientation, and you'll be back in business in no time. So I'm glad you asked us this question, and it's our pleasure to be able to answer these, even in instances where we've not monetized the relationship, meaning we haven't sold you anything. We haven't sold you anything in this instance. We haven't sold you the original lock. But I bet that the next time you need to buy one of these lock sets, you will think of, hopefully, you will think of Architectural Builder Supply and the fact that we differentiate our business model from other places where you can purchase the material by the technical support and follow-up. This camera's a bit zoomed, so I'm not going to lift it all the way up, but rest assured that if you have any questions about this video or how to repair this lock, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.